Smash that like button and subscribe right now.
This video features materials protected by the Fair Use Guidelines of Section 107 of the Copyright Act. All rights reserved to the copyright owners.
Is this thing on? Hello everyone. Thanks for joining us at the bar. Don't forget to take care of your server, even if that happens to be you. Let's head over to the table to see what Bob, Jason, and Brian are up to today.
All right, second try. So, we're back.
Yes, we are back.
Some technical difficulties.
Yeah, we had a few technical difficulties, just a little bit.
That's true, but now we're there. So Auto Rock stayed with us, which we appreciate it. We told him stand by. He said, I'm here. He said, let's go, let's roll. I'm down.
Hell yeah.
Okay.
Showing.
Oh, God. He's got new sound effects. Brian, tell us about your week, and then Tay tell us the truth about his week.
All right, I'll let you know.
Okay, do you really want to know my week?
Yeah.
Okay, you're not going to believe this shit. I don't know if you knew, but probably about 4 or 5 years ago, I ended up getting
Sex change operation.
Well, no.
I was just a guess.
It was kind of heading there if I wasn't careful. Okay, I had like a boil on my taint.
Yes.
You remember that?
I remember.
You remember how they had to cut it? Shit came out. My dad wouldn't even stay in the
They
room.
had your legs folded back and
Gauze
you said
and all
that
that
the
shit
nurse
in
or
it.
whatever
Yes.
just gave you this look like you were just this
I know.
disgusting piece of shit.
Paint me a picture. Come on.
Oh, God,
Yeah.
that's awful.
Y'all ever seen the Dr. Pimple Popper videos and the ones where they're popping cysts and shit? It was like that.
Yes.
From what I understand, he had a big old boil on his tank.
But what was really bad about it, when it first started, I went to the local hospital in Midwest City. The doctor that stepped in looked exactly like the blonde off of Scrubs.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and I was like, oh, this girl's like really attractive, and this feels really weird because I got my legs up in the air and there's my balls and everything. So there, and I got this big bump on the bottom, and she walks in and she's like, I'll take a look and let's just, kind of see, And so she touches me and pulls it aside. She goes, yeah, there's not much I can do about this. And so
you can lance the motherfucker.
no shit. So I sit in there for probably, I don't know, a couple hours.
Well, she called every dermatologist in the state.
She posted on Facebook.
So I leave and I end up in Norman, Oklahoma. But by the way, later on, Midwest City tried to bill me $3,000 for that visit that no one done anything.
Yeah, I told them to suck your fucking boil.
So I end up in Norman. I get it taken care of. And then I end up again in in Midwest City on the another St. Anthony's Hospital.
Yeah.
Over there off Douglas. I end up in there and they get it taken care of. And the guy goes, okay, you won't have it anymore. He said they weren't getting the pieces last time. He said, I got it all.
Ugh.
I said, okay.
The pit.
Yeah. Last weekend, Friday night, I start getting a pain down there.
Oh, shit.
I'm like, son of a bitch. Yes. And I go down there, I touch it, and Bobby, damn, here comes another one.
Oh,
and I'm
man.
like, and so I said, I knew it. That damn COVID shot gave me a damn boil.
So you need to put something on it that will draw the boil.
So what I did is I just bought some zip cream.
Some drawing salve.
Yeah, and I put it on there for like hours on hours, and then after that, all of a sudden I'm sitting using the bathroom, and it broke. And I was like, ugh. And so I get it all cleaned up, and then I put some ointment on it, and now I've been kind of fighting it all week long because I even stayed home from work one day because I thought I am not going to go through this again. That cutting you and packing with gauze and everything is freaking awful.
Auto Rock's like, thank God I'm unvaxxed. No shit, right?
Yeah, so
I'll tell you, man.
It was awful. Yeah, that was a terrible week.
Maybe you should regularly get your taint waxed.
Tay, are you doing anything next week?
Just gets a goop of hand gel.
Yeah.
And just lather it up every once in a while.
This candle smells like my taint boil. Jesus Christ.
Well, you saw I sent you that one that said this candle smells like my period.
Right?
Have I told you about that? Gwyneth Paltrow has a candle out that says this candle smells like my
vagina. You have not told me about that, but I know.
Oh, but you do know
but
that.
He's
Okay.
bought every one in the collection.
They're great.
Yeah.
It smells just like her vagina.
It relaxes me.
Right.
Sage and
Yeah, it smells like
strawberries
flakiness and bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
And Otto says, yeah, if Paltrow can make a buck, no shit. That bitch don't make a buck.
No doubt.
And like she ain't got enough. She's full on flake, but that's cool, man. That's her thing. And you know what? 50 million Elvis fans, right? I mean, shit. You know,
No shit.
Who am I to judge? But I'm sorry I asked about your week, Brian. Tay, how was your week?
Not as eventful as that, but
Yeah, no doubt.
pretty good.
No boils or anything?
Not that I know of.
Praise the
Sadly.
Lord. I'm so glad. I have not had any boil suffrage, but I lost Hank this morning briefly.
What?
Yeah.
Like lost him as in like he got away from you?
Yeah,
or-
like he was gone.
oh,
And I
holy
didn't know where he
shit.
was, and I freaked the F out. So he can get back behind that fence. They've been doing some bulldozing back there and clearing out brush, and he likes to go back there and explore.
Yeah.
And but if I call him, he's back in 15 seconds.
Yeah.
And I was out there yelling, no dog. So I go running out back behind there in that brush, getting all torn up by brambles and stuff in my shorts. And I'm yelling for him at this point. He ain't coming. And I realize he's not there. So I freak out and jump in the truck and drive past that to the park
Yeah.
because I can hear little kids playing. And I thought, I'm going to take it out on these goddamn little. No, I thought,
Finally. Yeah.
so I thought, okay. He'd be attracted to the sound of little kids playing.
Yeah.
He's so friendly. So there's a woman there with her kids. And I said, hey, did you see a little dog, a beagle run through here? And she's like, no, we've only been here for 5 minutes. I'm like, thanks, whore. And then I took off. But in
I
between
know
my,
what she sounds like.
in between the property and the park is that property, and it's all heavily wooded. They've been bulldozing in. I said, fuck it. I put the truck in 4-wheel drive and plowed through it, man.
Oh, really?
I mean, looking for him. And then I was like, shit, he is not back here. So I came back and I went on Westminster,
yeah.
and I'm like, please don't let me find him dead. Please don't let him find me dead.
Oh, dude, that'd be awful.
And
That's
then
your
I thought,
buddy.
I don't know what I'm going to do. And then I turn and go up 15th and then come in the other way. There's only 2 ways in and out of my neighborhood.
Yeah.
And it's only a few streets. I stopped the garbage man because he had come through and he said, no, I didn't see him. He probably wasn't concentrating on looking for a beagle, Then I stopped and asked this dude who's pulling in his dumpster, and I'm freaking out. And this street that I'm on road T-bones into my road, and right
Yeah.
as I get down towards the bottom, I see him in this yard. This woman that lives there, she has her dogs out in front a lot of times with her, and he's there sniffing a bush or whatever. And I was like, shit, I slammed on the brakes, got out. As soon as he saw me, he just laid down,
Sorry, Daddy.
So I was like, get your ass in the truck, and picked him up and got him home, and I scolded him good. And he was trying to let me know how sorry he was, and he was so worked up, excited. I had to take him to his water bowl to drink and calm down. And I
Dude,
was
he
like,
is something else.
I was
That's
like,
where
don't
that
you ever
dog-
do that? So let me tell you, how did he do that? How did he can't go back behind that fence and in any way get back on the street?
He climbed?
No. He would have had to do either go through all that brush and bramble or go out on Westminster and come back. Well, I went to the gas station earlier, and
Yeah.
my head was full of bullshit. I did what I never do. Hank had gone with me, and when I stop at pulling the driveway and I open my truck door, Hank has to be out over. I mean, he crawls out and runs out over me before I can get out. You don't want to be holding a drink because he's coming out. So he gets out and he sniffs and does his thing, but he's usually at the front door before I get the truck door closed.
Yeah.
And I thought about it, and I thought, did he get out of the truck? Did I see him come in the house? Did I think about him coming in the house? And I thought, did I
I've
leave him
done that.
outside? And then I realized you didn't leave him outside. You left him in the truck, but the windows were down because it was going to be a hot day. Thank God it wasn't 100-degree heat and the windows were up. I'd have killed him.
Oh, man.
So Hank knows the barriers of the yard. And he also knows not to leave the yard. So when I'm out front doing anything or working in the garage, I let him out front because he won't leave the driveway. He won't leave either boundary of the yard.
Yeah.
When I'm mowing the yard, he'll sniff around a little bit and then lay under the truck and just watch me. But, you've got a dog here that's got the intelligence about your average toddler, like most dogs do. And when a 3-year-old can take all kinds of directions and knows rules and things like that, but leave that 3-year-old child alone, and then they revert to their own judgment of what's going to happen.
Oh, no,
And Hank did the same thing as a dog.
Yeah.
He was like, well, no one's here. So he did what a beagle does. He follows his nose.
No.
And
Daddy's over here. Daddy's over there.
Yeah. And my problem is that, well, he's just following his nose because, hey, there's something new to explore.
Yeah, exactly.
Obviously he left me out here. It's fine,
Yeah, I'm okay.
So my fear is, with beagles, I've lost 2 beagles to vehicles because they absolutely have no sense when it comes to cars. Some dogs will stop at the edge of the road and look for traffic.
My dog used to do that.
Yeah. Beagles won't. They're all nose.
Okay.
They're all paying attention to what that new interesting smell is, and they'll run out in front of a car every time.
Wow.
And so it scared the living shit out of me, man. So I was pretty worked up about that, but all's well that ended well. But I felt like a parent that left their kid in a car seat, while they went into the casino for 4 hours and, lost all their
Shame
money.
on you. Hang on. Where is it?
Yeah. Shame.
God dang it. Where's my shame?
Yeah.
Well,
I've
I'm
had,
glad the dog's okay.
oh man.
Oh, I've lost a dog like that.
Yeah. Let me tell you, I felt so horrible. I felt like a piece of shit.
Yeah,
Because
we've all done
I
that.
felt like I failed to protect him. And let me tell you, beagles are hardy little dogs, hunting stock. I've had lots of beagles over the years, hunting beagles, outside dogs. Hank is the first one that's been an indoor dog, and I've turned him into little Lord Fauntleroy. He is such a
Dude, this dog is spoiled.
He's such a prima donna. I let him out in the mornings. Hey, let's go potty. And so he goes on the back patio, and, it runs the length of my house. So he'll go out there, and I have to keep on him. And finally, he'll put his feet in the grass and then stretch as far as he can with his back legs on the concrete so he can pee in the grass. He doesn't like to get his feet wet. His lordship doesn't want to get his feet wet, but the motherfucker can run up the street and be in people's yards. That's fine. While I'm
that's
going
cool.
through brush in my truck that'll take me a month to buff out if I ever get around to it. Hank, where are you? Snotting and scared to death. So yeah, that's my hardy hunting dog, and I've trained him some on scent. He can trail rabbit. They can trail anything, but the trick isn't to train him for the scent you want. The trick is to break him from the trash you don't want. So, you say, okay, it's not like you have to familiarize him with the scent. He'll pick it up real quick. And then when he veers off to something that isn't that known track, because I have a drag with rabbit scent.
Oh, that's good.
And I've taken him and had him, pinned up in his truck and taking it out to a field and drag that son of a bitch all over and through the stuff. And he'll follow it like it's a family circus cartoon, and go right to it, man, and find it. But if he goes off and veers off to something else, because there's a lot of deer in that field, no, we break him, no. And, you get him back on track. And it also helps to have a couple other dogs, experienced dogs, to help, train him. But it's just him, and I never planned to hunt him. He doesn't appear to be gun shy or anything like that, but I can train him for that as well. But his nose works fine. And, but most often he's trailing, table scraps, whatever he can find from me.
Yeah.
And so beagles are highly motivated by food. They really are. That's a good trainer.
I think I'm part
I think I'm
beetle.
a beagle.
Yeah. So you can train him for this stuff. And one of the ways, what I'm working on is holding his position. So the chair and the big ottoman, the big chair and a half and ottoman is his in the house. And so, his bed's up on the ottoman. So one of the ways that I get him to learn that recall is, I'll be eating something and he'll be standing out there in the living room floor looking at me and wanting to walk around and look. He knows not to beg right out, but he's looking at me. And so I'll tell him, good boys go to their bed if they want treats, and he'll immediately run up there and jump up there and stand up there. I said, no, lay down on your bed. And so he'll lay down and he's watching me. So I won't do anything. I'll just keep eating. And pretty soon he'll jump off and run by again and then run back, jump. He wants to make sure and do a pass by to make you know, I'm still here. I'll tell him, no, you stay in your bed. And so then I'll tear off that piece of food and lay it in the floor and then just look at him. And he just watches me. He's waiting. And sometimes I'll just keep eating. And see, and it sounds mean, but to keep eating because hold.
Yeah.
And finally I'll be like, okay, boy, here he'll come and, suck it up all excited. And I'm like, there's a good boy. But now he thinks because we use the food as training to get him started, but then we should move this outdoors. So now all he thinks it is a trick. The way to get part of a cheeseburger is to run and jump on my bed and just sit there and lay there and look.
He learned the wrong
He thinks
trick.
it's a trick. He didn't give a shit about holding position. It's all about food. So that and working on long recall. He's pretty good now about long recall that, I can call him back from the field. I don't even use a whistle or anything. I just holler and he'll come back. Which is good. That's why I wasn't too worried when he was missing. I thought, he slipped out back through that part of the fence.
Yeah.
Since they've been bulldozing, and because that's exciting, new things to smell, and it's displaced some animals. That first night, there was a skunk, that was out. I could smell. The next morning, You could tell one had been, first I thought it was a possum, but it was a skunk that had been scratching in the flower bed. And I let Hank out front, and boy, he lost his mind. You know, he was all excited about it. And I was worried about my beehive because I thought we're liable to get some skunks up there to try.
Yeah.
But it's high enough to where they got to rear up and expose their belly, and then the bees will make quick work of that sumbitch. I've seen a dead skunk from
bees.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah, Taylor, I don't know if I told you that or not, but Jason's a beekeeper.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah, he's been doing that for how many years now?
Oh God, for quite a few. But first time I did it as a little kid with my stepfather, and I ended up rolling about 4 blocks to get them off of me.
Shit.
He laughed about it. He was like, "Man, you kept them all off of me. That's great." But I got about 6, 7 stings and kind of had a little bit of a fever and a drippy nose. And then I ate so much honey and honeycomb, I was puking pure honey. So, it was a great experience. And naturally I was like, "Hey, I'm diabetic. Let's do this for a hobby." So it's just about time to rob them, in fact.
Yeah, I remember you were saying the other day you went to rob them and you got a little bit of, some out of
I
there.
just pulled a frame when I realized, man, they're about honey bound. So I need to get this thing robbed and get the honey extracted. I've just been lazy. But Otto says he hasn't seen a skunk in person in a long time around where he's at, but more armadillos than anything else. Nature's little tank. Funny thing about armadillos, they can carry leprosy.
Yes.
Also, you can eat armadillo, but there's certain parts of the meat you don't want to eat.
I think I've had armadillo chili once.
Yes, armadillo chili is the way to go.
Yeah.
Some people make armadillo sausage, but if you've ever been sitting somewhere quiet in the woods and an armadillo comes through, you are certain that it is yes, they can carry leprosy. And jujule that shit. No,
jujule.
So they're loud as fuck. They don't see very well. So one time I was hog hunting, and I was in a wildlife refuge area that's overran with hogs, and I was setting up against kind of a bank, in a dry creek bed that's only subject to runoff. And it was getting close to dusk, and I was like, man, here they come. I can hear a hog coming, rooting around, and I got ready. And then here comes this tiny ass armadillo. And I was like, "That's why you're armored, you little son of a bitch. You're so damn loud." He has no stealth to him at night.
No.
And it's armadillos can carry leprosy, not necessarily transmittable to humans, but I think there is a type that is.
Yeah.
So it's not like we're going to end up like in the movie Papillon, where he's smoking the cigar from the guy that ain't got no fingers and shit on the leper colony. So anyway.
Hey, real quick. Now, earlier we had a show going on and something went wrong with YouTube, and I found out it was a mistake that Brian made. Yeah. So we fixed it. So nobody's getting to hear what happened with Bob.
Oh, like we have anyone new.
Yeah, well, I'm just saying, this is going to be pre-recorded, so it's going to be out there later. So everybody needs to know why we have Taylor here today instead of Bob.
So Bob went to Dallas for medical procedure.
Yes.
To a specialist, a dermatological specialist. He has penile ringworm.
Yeah.
And
he looks like he's got a Cat in the Hat sock on, right?
Oh my God. No, it looks like I said, like a spotted octopus that's only got
color
one
if you
tentacle.
Stare too long.
It's
pretty interesting.
Yeah, it's sad looking too.
Yeah, he's on his way right now. He left about 20 minutes before the show started.
Yeah, we thought that he was we thought maybe he was digging in a flower bed. Cats poop in flower beds.
Yes.
And he's like, "I don't dig in my own flower." He has people to do his lawn.
Yeah.
And but we do know that he walks around at night, sometimes late in the evening, with an open robe
and fully erected,
and a full-on chub.
Yeah,
just dragging it anywhere.
And people that let their cats out at night to go roam and get in other people's trash and to get molested by Bob are irresponsible cat owners.
It's not his fault.
Yeah.
Yeah, Taylor, you got to get that straightened. Put your cat up.
Free range. It just
free range. That's right. And it's non-GMO free range pussy because, as Bob says, pussy's pussy.
That he does say that.
But I think he's learned a lesson now. And
do you really think he's learned a lesson?
No, I don't. No. But I think he's learned that particular lesson. Ringworm is no joke when it's on your wing wong. It shit's itchy.
Yeah, that's true too.
Yeah, exactly.
Your cat liked to listen.
Cat's
It never leaves the
traumatized.
house now. Did it?
No,
Did it
it's-
immediately run to the shower and start shaking and start saying, "I'm a
Well,
pretty
you
cat.
know,
I'm a
it's
pretty
got-
cat."
It's like that polydactyl where it's got like multiple appendages on its paw, and it
Yeah.
flipped me off.
Right. It was just glad it didn't have, that Bob didn't have a barbed penis like it does. And yeah. Plus, it wouldn't have killed either one of them to demand a condom.
I mean,
know-
yeah, come on. This is 2021. Let's
I
get
mean,
it together.
Does it violate some kind of law in nature if you use a sheepskin condom on a cat? I mean, that's kind of odd, isn't it?
That would be kind of
You know,
weird.
it's like you're blending Old McDonald here. Old McDonald had a porn, and yeah, E-I-E-I-O. And on that porn, he had dick ringworm. So we're sorry about that, Bob, but
Yeah, I think he's listening live, and as he's heading to Dallas to get the
And,
updates, and
you
so
know,
maybe he'll
sitting
call
there
us later with an update.
itching, and he's been using various unguents and ointments and poultices and salves, and
Yeah.
none of them really seem to be doing him a bit of fucking good. So-
Poor guy. Poor guy.
I know. I feel for him.
Yeah.
Who amongst us hasn't seen a fine ass tabby and just thought, hey,
hey,
you know,
I don't know what that's
Dak
like.
Calico dough.
Well,
know what I'm saying?
and the thing is people are used to hearing them yowl at night. They don't think nothing of it. They think, I had two cats fighting here. You fucking are fighting. Well, there you go. I mean, it's like a car alarm going off back in the late 80s, early 90s, every 5 minutes.
So annoying.
So it's to the point if you heard one, you didn't pay any attention to it,
yeah.
So, yeah.
Did I ever tell you about when I lived over in the apartments in my first marriage? There was a guy that liked to get off work, and he would work on his car alarm at 3:00 in the morning.
Oh, sure.
Finally, one day I opened up the window. I said, "Dude, fucking seriously, it's 3:00 in the morning. It's the only time I got to work on it.
So I don't
It's
give
an
a shit.
alarm.
Yeah.
Press the fucking button. If it goes beep beep, you're done."
Yeah. So Otto Rocks asks, is it bestiality if you use a sheepskin condom? The answer is no,
It probably
because
is,
the sheepskin condom cancels that out. They're fully available and legal. It's only bestiality if you use it while it's still in the sheep.
That's
you know,
a life hack. Remember that.
so-
Friday.
It's a life hack.
So yeah, it's like, man, it's so sensitive. I can feel everything. So can the sheep get out of its intestines. But they're legal to use. They're supposed to be sensitive. Only problem is they are very permeable. They do not protect as well as a latex condom. Hence,
Something
yeah.
to keep.
dick
in mind.
ringworm.
Yep, there we go.
Who amongst us?
It's amazing.
Like
you
a
figured-
life hack. Gotcha. We're here to help.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
Tay-Tay's here to start keeping his fucking cat in it.
Yeah, no
I think
shit.
That's what's going to happen. So
We'll see.
back to your week.
Yes. Back to
Tay-Tay.
your week.
Let's
See,
hear
we just
about
got
your
veered
week,
right off there.
since it's not as disgusting as Brian's.
Well,
Yeah.
hopefully it's not. Not much. I just, I'm taking care of babies constantly. So
Really?
my family is a mixed generational family. I got 3 nephews and 1 niece,
Oh wow.
and 2 of those nephews are below 3,
Okay.
and the niece is a newborn.
Well, look, you're an
So-
uncle, man, and it's an important thing. In certain Native American groups, an uncle is almost as important as a father. They play a major role in the raising of the children, and it's an esteemed position. So I think that's great, and I think it's great to have lots of family there. It's kind of difficult, I imagine, on you in a social life or for
Yeah.
masturbation, because kids are always in the fucking way.
How can you hold a straight face on that? I never can.
What are you talking about?
That's right. Brian just gets all giggly about masturbation. It's a fact of life. We all do it. And anyone that says they don't masturbate is lying.
Yeah, everybody's done it.
Speaking of lying,
Yes.
I found out a good one. So I already told Brian about
dude.
this, but one lie that you can tell your kids
Right?
if they're at that predictable age, you tell them a grown-up can tell if you're lying if there's an X on your forehead.
Oh, wow.
So anytime they lie, they cover their forehead.
Ah,
So I'm going to start implementing that and
That's-
really hope
that ought to be pretty
Yeah,
good.
yeah.
That ought to be all right. I know Brian's trying to get the lighting right because I was over here bitching going, there's not enough pretty light on me. I'm not looking right. I put on all this makeup for nothing.
Now let's see how you look. There you go.
Yeah. So,
all right.
so there's Brittany behind Tay Tay because, well, Bob got that. You know, she did that on her Instagram. She's fighting to get rid of that conservatorship.
And that's how you do it.
She decided to do it by doing some topless, but I think she's declaring her position. And for a 39-year-old woman, I think Brittany looks better than she did when she was younger. Maybe that's just me, but she looks fantastic.
Yeah, she looks great. Yeah.
I mean, come on. And, you know, there's a lot of argument about those shorts. Were those the shorts from way back when? Or, you know,
I know everybody wants to go everywhere. Is she trying to send a signal?
Yeah. You know,
she's
I
just
don't know,
getting-
but Bob liked it enough to
I know.
have it blown up and framed it. Bob is a horn dog. Hence.
Yeah, the minute he saw it, it's like, I've got to have that.
Hence, Ringling Dingling.
I know, exactly.
Ringling Brothers,
He gets in more
Barnum and
trouble.
Bailey Dick. And, but he said he would alternate between her and Harley Quinn. And I'm still stuck back here with Carlin behind me. You know, and
Well, I don't think he's behind you right now.
oh shit, is he not?
No,
Here, pan-
just to
pan
let
to
you
me.
know, there's a few things
Holy
missing on the
crap.
walls. We've had Bob's been doing some work, new floors, new this, new that. So
Oh, paint, everything. I
yeah,
mean,
this whole house is like just total wreck.
God, I wish we had the mobile cam to show you the living room right now while the
Oh,
bedroom's being redone because there's
I bet he'd kill us if we did
there is
that.
a king size bed in the living room with theater seating right beside it, you know, right to the side, as if there's going to be a show. And I'm really excited about that. So
We should show that.
so let's see. They got their poker face and invite them to play easy money. So that's about the kids covering their forehead. Yeah, they can't bluff for shit in poker, can they?
Nope.
And Otto also agrees Brittany's great. And Ringling Brothers, Jesus, now that's a circus. It's a circus in Bob's pants. So
Yes, it
yeah.
is. It's always a
And,
circus.
You know, a lot of circuses have stopped using animals, but not Bob. So
Traditional.
You know,
Bob.
yeah, he's the traditional penis circus. You know what? In fact, there used to be a show, and I know this actor's still active out there. It was one of the traveling freak shows, and it was called the Jim Rose Sideshow.
yeah.
And so he would do like the weightlifting with his dick. He
The
would
hooks.
do the origami. Like this one's called the cheeseburger.
Yeah, he used to open up for Marilyn Manson and
Yes,
stuff sometimes.
yes. And
Yeah.
I mean, even way before that, I mean, and he still does some stuff like that. I think they're the group and stuff, but you know, there's sword swallowers. There's that guy Enigma and all this stuff. So yeah,
I bet that's interesting to see.
you know, yeah, or they pump their own stomach out or something. You know, just
What the
crazy,
hell? What?
freaky shit, man. But stuff it's a train wreck that you can't help but watch.
Yeah.
Much like the Dermatology Institute of Dallas and their interns that will be watching from behind glass. They won't be able to turn away
Yeah.
from Bob's, you know, thick dingus
I know.
with these strange looking spiral rashes.
Well, you were close enough to it. Did it look like that it swelled up? What is that? Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
It didn't look like it had swollen up.
It showed up over here. Never mind. You did.
What happened is that Bob was wearing a cock ring, so it's kind of engorged since he had a constrictor ring.
Oh, okay.
And that, which I don't know why he would put that on for,
Yeah.
well, so you can, see it better, so, and that's just, I don't know. I'm kind of not sure where he's at right now.
I don't either.
But his living room tells the tale.
yeah, I know.
The big bed, the California King in there.
Yeah.
With the theater seating.
Yes.
And,
And he's about to have what, like 8 TVs in there?
oh yeah.
That's what he's talking about.
And yeah, and probably, once he gets an ointment that will work, probably some female company.
yeah.
And
God, I hope it works.
it,
What's he gonna do?
I mean, well, I
Tay
don't
Tay,
know.
what would you do if you had ring dick?
Get another Atari. He's got one. He needs a second one.
God, that's awful. It's awful pragmatic. Eh? Get an Atari.
Get
what
an
you
Atari,
gonna
there you go.
do?
That's
It just has to wear itself out.
Yeah, no shit.
In the meantime, did you fucking kids take my ointment? They're all covering their heads and stuff. Yeah. So I think, I think it'll be okay. And I know I'm down to, for the theater seating. I'd like to see what the fuck's going on,
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sit down. So what's going on over there, Bob?
right? I'd like to see his technique,
Bob style.
deep stroke, maybe followed by some short strokes.
Yeah, fish out of water.
And then maybe the old,
Uh-huh.
in and out, and
Yeah.
out. Pull it out real fast and
Yeah.
put it back. Bob's got a lot of tricks in his trick bag.
Yes, he does.
I'm
He's-
learning so much.
he's-
I know, aren't you? See, I
Yeah,
told
this
you it's
is
a good thing you
amazing.
come and filled in for Bob today. You've learned so
It
much.
feel
says
like
demand
it.
the treatment contains aloe vera, and it'll make his penis supple and soft, And that's what you want in a penis. You don't want scaly, ashy penis.
Oh, what's a hard dick? What?
Right? Now let's go back to Tay-Tay's family and the young kids that he's, oh God, we're just horrible.
We're just all over the place.
Our transitioning is for shit. But so multi-generational family.
Yeah, sorry about that, Taylor.
I feel like that you probably end up watching lots of kids at lots of times.
Lots of kids movies,
Right.
changing tons of diapers.
You seem pretty chill. I'm guessing you like kids.
I love kids.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, man, he's one of the coolest guys that I've known in quite a while. Besides, you and Bob
Take it
a few
down
years.
a notch. He
No,
came.
he
He
is.
came to the
I
podcast.
know, he's a
half
good
chub,
dude.
he's
He's a good dude.
Yeah.
he's going
Don't come on too strong. You're going to frighten him away, man. That's not
Gets up and leaves.
that's not the way to get him in that bed over there. And by God, I already reserved a seat. So, but I think that's great. Anyone that likes kids, man, there's something. They got a good heart in them somewhere.
Yeah.
Thank you.
And Brian's that way. Brian is great with his girls. I admire that about him. And I think that's wonderful that you help out and do and don't fuss and you like the kids. And I'm sure you'd like just one goddamn minute to yourself. But other than that, or maybe to have, bring in some fucking food that there ain't immediately 12 motherfuckers around. Can I get some of that? But,
Yeah, there's a lot of that going on usually. Actually, I don't think my kids ever did that.
really.
Because I remember they used to drive me nuts with families, kids. Can I have some of that? God, no, go get your own.
Not even with chicken nuggets. Chicken nuggets is just like
Well, chicken
Gold.
nuggets, now that's
It's
a
like
different
kid
thing. That's like
crack.
a magnet.
Yeah.
That's kid crack. Yeah.
And then that's even better just to
Exactly.
eat them slowly, dipping them in sauce and going, God, these are the best I've ever had, and not give them shit.
yeah.
Because it teaches kids the realism of life, and that's disappointment. Life is fraught with disappointment.
yes, it is.
And then when they throw a fit, if you punish them severely and harshly and without hesitation, they learn that's not how we deal with disappointment. We deal with it by cowering in a dark corner
Yeah.
instead of, pitching a fit. I didn't get any chicken nuggets, but I also didn't get the shit kicked out of me.
Yeah, there you go.
And that's the Jason method of raising kids.
I remember when I was a
which
kid,
is sad.
I didn't have any kids, of course, at this point. And I'll never forget my cousin came to me and she goes, "Hey, can the baby have a drink of your water?" And I was like, "Yeah, sure."
You mean that slobber basket? Fuck that.
Yes. And I didn't know at that time. And I handed it to her and baby took a drink. Oh, that's cute. Handed it back and the big blob just going down the glass.
Let me tell you, then the whole
Oh,
cup
about threw up.
That whole cup of water now just will come out in one string if you
Exactly.
just tip it.
Yeah.
Ugh.
It's the law of equivalent
Slobber
exchange.
machines.
Ugh. Yeah, what you do is say, here, I give this baby a shot glass of my water. Let it have a shot of it. It's not allowed to. Well, that's like when my girls, Auto Rocks is leaving us, phone calls. Hey, thanks for joining us. Don't forget to come back. We appreciate you, man. And so I feel like especially when they're real little, I had two of my own at one time and they'd be like, give daddy a kiss goodnight. And it's just like that. They were so young. It's just like that open mouth carp. Ugh. Ugh. It's just this wet thing. And you're like, ugh. It's like somebody just pressed a squid up against you and you're like, and it's like, they don't have to give me a kiss goodnight. Just know that daddy loves them.
Just know that daddy loves
I didn't want them drinking out of.
It's okay.
I don't want them drinking out of my glass.
See,
either.
with your drink, you get the straw and you put your finger on the top of the straw and you feed them like a gerbil.
There you go.
There you go.
That's right, an eyedropper at a
slobber,
time. You tell them, and just throw the glass at them all over them. There's your drink.
I'm sorry. Y'all go ahead. I'm pulling up.
And every mom has to contend with that. There isn't a mom with a toddler that has not drank a slobber-filled bottle of water in her life.
Mm-hmm.
They just have to deal with it.
It's awful, man.
It's like, you know what? Yeah, it's I love that. The nap time commercial. You're going to show it. That's awesome.
Yeah, hang on a second. I'm trying.
It's probably copyrighted like a mother.
You know what, dude? I don't give a shit anymore.
Neither do I. I hope everyone's seeing that right now.
We're not gonna get in trouble. No.
Mom, can I have a popsicle?
No, honey, you'll spoil your...
Hey parents, tired of those out-of-control kids? Throwing embarrassing tantrums wherever they go. At the grocery store, on the playground, even at the dinner table. You've had it with parenting, but wait, there is a solution. Introducing Naptime, the latest, most effective tool for child tantrum prevention. It's simple. Just douse a rag with our patented Sleepy Time formula, place it over your child's cry hole, press and hold gently for 8 to 12 seconds, and presto, no more tantrum.
I was beginning to think adoption was the only way out. Then a friend of mine introduced me to Naptime. It's never been so quiet around here.
The secret lies in Naptime's revolutionary fast-asleep formula. Developed by military-trained scientist doctors from NASA, Naptime's powerful molecules rush to the child's brain on contact, gently inducing instant tranquility.
This is chloroform.
Already put those wallet-draining crap factories out on the street? That's okay! Naptime works in any situation. On the golf course. An awkward blind date.
I had a really good time tonight.
It even works on pets.
After we had our first child here, we regretted it almost immediately.
We didn't know that she'd cry so much.
Talk about defective. But thanks to Naptime, our little Samantha here hasn't made a noise in weeks. I keep her in a shoebox.
Call now and we'll send you your very own 24-ounce bottle of Naptime solution for only 23 easy payments of $1.99. But wait, there's more! Act quickly and you'll also receive the all-new Dream Sack absolutely free. It's compact and portable for those on-the-go tantrums. Just cover it, tighten it, and forget about it. It's that simple.
We can't breathe good.
So if this looks familiar,
I feel pregnant.
then don't wait. Order today and join the millions of Americans who just can't stop saying,
Thanks, Naptime.
Thanks, Naptime.
Thanks, Naptime.
Naptime, when they just won't shut up. Naptime is not legal in
That's awesome.
Isn't that a mess?
I love that. That's
It never gets old.
So Janie's here. She said there was no sound. She says, but I have 3 bottles of that, so I'm good. So way to go, producer. There was no fucking sound.
There was no sound?
Was there no sound at all, Janie? Well, I don't know.
I don't know.
She's coming in from Facebook. And yeah, basically we're talking about, smothering kids and shit.
Okay,
She's like,
sorry about
no
that.
sound at all. So once again, our production is for shit. And you know what? I was hoping that Tay-Tay would be our lucky charm, but apparently
not.
I caused the bad juju. That's my bad.
You know what? The impetus for Brian to produce a show, top quality production, is Bob telling him, "You're doing it wrong."
Oh, okay.
Have you tried berating him for
I have
his
not.
failures?
I'll try to do that.
Yeah, let's.
Yeah, you have to like just downgrade me and all that other good stuff.
Jane, you have 3 bottles of that. Are the kids aware that you just said that?
Kids, if you're watching. Right.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
You better have the industrial size. There's a couple older ones there, man. I don't know if it's going to work. And wait a fucking minute. Are you using that on me at night? Are you sneaking in and spraying me with nap time? And then anal fisting. I feel like somebody's been anally fisting me. I just.
Oh, that's kind of scary.
It's just, she's like, they're asleep. So yeah, how do they get to sleep?
Okay.
Your sleep paralysis demon.
That's right. So she's like, maybe. I knew it. Did you catch the part about Bob has his bed literally in this king size bed, California King, in his living room because they're working on his bedroom, and also his theater seating. So, I hope you're ready for a show. Dinner and a show. We'll have
you know what? And he would
brisket.
probably let everybody see too. Probably.
He'd probably
wouldn't stop him a bit.
I mean, she's like, yes. So, yeah. I mean, have him smoke a brisket, make a big bunch of popcorn. You can't go wrong with a man's cooking. I'll tell you what. Now I want him to wear gloves, but because of the dick ringworm. But I'll tell you what, you can't go wrong with his cooking.
Bob's a hell of a cook.
And I would love to sit there and enjoy some popcorn while I'm watching him, pour the meat to some sniz and be like, lick up near the top, Bob. That feels good to them. Get your butt up higher. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I'm just in the corner going at it. I saw this video the other day. I saw this video the other day. This guy has a dingo.
Yeah.
And
how do we get to a dingo?
Well, he gets overly excited. So on anything, even if you give him treats or anything, and immediately just starts humping air.
Really?
He goes around humping. He's in the corner humping, and they said it's a problem because he's gets overly excited.
Yeah.
That's an expression of it. But I thought, they said, they need to train this dog. That is fixable. Fuck that. I'm calling all my friends over.
Yeah.
It's like, tell him hi. Janie's like, pick your tushy up. Tell him, there you go. Right?
That's funny.
Jackhammer her, Bob. And you know what? I'm hoping that whatever girl that, Bob decides to spend time with here in the near future is not watching this fucking podcast. So she'll be like, were you mentioning me? Ma'am, you may not currently exist. So no, he has not mentioned you or anything. No. Right now, he's simply masturbating in the bed. And
hey, we got someone else in the channel. Where are they coming from?
Luis Ortega. Not true at all. If you plug the air conditioner into the bread, then the cheese will not turn over. Probably a bad spark plug. I have no idea.
I don't know either.
Like I should know.
Yeah.
But I don't.
You plug the AC into the bread, then the cheese will not turn over. Probably a bad spark plug.
That is interesting.
All right.
It's a good thing to know.
I know that we get a little bit far out there, but obviously you have penis ringworm too, Mr. Ortega.
Have you noticed that our chatters, they just really go out like way out into left field sometimes?
Well, they're kind of they come across stuff on YouTube and then boom, throw out a comment or whatever. And you know what? There was nothing bad on this. I mean, I don't know. Should we read the first letter of each word? NTAAI? No, I didn't spell anything. Okay. Didn't say something secret like fuck you, Jason. Which is kind of what I expect on most podcasts. And
hey, I got a question. Did we ever finish with Taylor's life?
No, every time he tries
with my life, yeah.
Every time he tries to tell us, we're like, okay, we get it, kids, and then we go off onto something else.
Yeah, no, we start talking about kids, yeah.
But so there's kids, there's work. What about social life, Tay-Tay?
Well, most of my friends are in different states, but your earlier story about you trying to find your dog, I actually saved my neighbor's dogs.
Really?
Not this week or week before last, but a few months ago. I came home from work and his back gate completely open with trash can blown over. And I see him frantically running around. So of course I stopped by, I asked him what's going on. He's like, my two dogs got out. One's like a giant basset hound and the other one's like a Great Dane.
Right.
Or something like that.
That's a hell of a combination.
That's a great breed. Yeah. That's a great breeding vid.
And so I told him, all right, well, you check southbound, I'll check northbound, and we'll see if we find them. And I had dogs run away before, and I know big brush, a lot of cool scents. They're probably going to be checking in a big wooded area. So I went to the closest one that I could find, and I see some tails wagging in the bushes.
Right.
And they're there. So
turns out to just be some cosplayers with butt plugs in that had dog tails, and that's odd. But please
I
continue.
picked those up too. Obviously.
Right. Like, come on
Not
back.
gonna leave they're strays. You got to give them a home. So I pulled over. I threw them I have a little
dumpster.
I have a small pickup. So we all squished together in there, and I drove them back, and I put them in his backyard, closed the gate, boarded it up with the trash can so they wouldn't come back, and then waited for him to swing by and told him, put your dogs back. But they slobbered everywhere.
Oh yeah, Bassets are real slobbery, and so are Great Danes.
Just dripping like the worst baby drool I've ever seen
out of a dog.
Yeah,
I don't know, man. What's that bulldog one? That one. That
like
English
a big
bulldog?
Mastiff or English bulldogs don't drill too bad, but oh boy, there's a call.
Well, they are lazy and they slobber and they snoot and shit comes out of their nose. That dog is like
I did remember the Cubs.
Oh yeah, the Cub. Yeah,
yeah.
But those dogs are like the sloth of the dog world. So
yeah, I mean, look, Hank doesn't do much but sleep and seek food.
Yeah.
And that's okay.
Did you see that on there?
What? Oh,
OP
yeah.
Radio.
OP Radio. I've been trying to get you guys on my podcast. Really? Oh my gosh, is it really you?
Holy shit.
Where's Anthony? Get out
of here.
Oh, you pranked me so good. Yeah. Well, That's a good deed that you did for those dogs. That still doesn't tell us a fucking thing about your social life, Tay, but you know.
That's true. I failed on that.
Tay-Tay's a big gamer. He does a lot of gaming.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Cool. So you said most of your friends are out of state. You haven't recently moved here, have you? Or
No, he's lived all his life,
No,
I think, right?
Yeah, I lived here my whole life.
so you're a goddamn social outcast like we are.
Bingo. You
Gotcha.
got it.
Okay.
But recently I went on a
Sexual
wedding trip.
discovery tour.
A wedding trip. Yeah.
Okay.
I went to my cousin's wedding and I got to see them all. And that was like the first time in a decade
Wow.
I've seen these friends. And these are like my best friends I've known forever.
Oh, wow.
So I was really fortunate I got to see them.
That's good.
So
That's
besides that, family's taken up most of my time.
right.
Yeah.
So what's your poison on gaming? What do you play?
I play a mix of anything and everything.
Really?
Yeah. Stuff that's out right now. New World. It's Amazon's new video game that they're putting like $500 million trying to get into the gaming biz because their first prospect failed horribly.
Right.
So their high hopes for New World.
Yeah.
Beta just closed.
Shit, I'm so inept at gaming. Real quick, Fred Fuchs says, huge Peter North fan here. If y'all don't know who Peter North is, he is a porn actor that was, in the 80s and 90s. He might have even did some work in the 70s. But yeah, Peter North. We're glad you're such a fan there, Fred Fuchs.
I'm Fred. And some of these comments people leave. I'm a huge fan. Well, I'm good. I'm
Yeah,
happy
on the
for
crabs that Janie got us. I got my crabs from Dirty Dick's Crab House. So dirtydickscrabs.com. They probably don't want our endorsement, but here it fucking is, Dirty Dicks.
Hey, I meant to ask you, did you make it last weekend over to Marion's thing?
No, I did not.
Did Bob?
Yes.
Okay.
And he said, because we weren't sure it was family friendly and we had a couple of, younger kids with us. So that we just randomly found and just picked up.
That's fun to do.
Their parents were worried fucking sick. I'll just tell you. And, but all's well that end well.
Yeah.
Well, we dropped them off at a fire station. But Bob said, yeah, I see a stroller here in the outer area. That doesn't mean anything, Bob. That could just be some drunk fucker with a stroller. I mean, but he's like, yeah, it's family friendly. Well, but we did get delayed on some stuff and then time just got away. And so we didn't get to make it. And I'd like to apologize to you, Marion, because we still want to come and, at least during the, this is the brewing phase. I'm hoping to get there for the rollout because I'm sure it will be delicious.
Oh yeah. You like beer, right, Tay?
Yeah, of course.
She's got this beer. It's called Kickoff. It's a coffee with a cream. It's an ale coffee cream, right?
Yeah, coffee cream ale.
Dude, it is
fantastic.
Phenomenal.
And beer at the same time.
Yeah. I mean, you feel like you're getting drunk while you're trying to wake up.
And I'll tell you something.
That's why they called it Kickoff. Getting ready for the game.
I'll tell you something you don't want to do with it.
What?
Is let a toddler have a drink of it, because then it's just nothing but one thick, long stream of foamy beer. It's just gross.
Yes.
Yeah, we don't want to do that again. So,
Yeah.
and you know what? So yeah, Janie, we're gonna have to check that out.
Yes, I definitely want to go to that because I'm not a big beer person. Like, I'll drink like Coors Light. People make fun of me because Coors. Like when I go to the river or something, I will drink Busch Light. And some reason that's my beer for the river.
I
when it comes to other
Busch at the
beers,
river too. And
well, we all like some Busch at the river.
yes, please.
Busch Light or heavy Busch?
I like a heavy
You like
Busch.
a big old heavy Busch.
I like it to feel like
You like a heavy Busch or a light Busch?
No one likes a light bush.
So Janie sent me some comments that they were talking about. It's like, so are we doing this wax thing or not? These women all talking, and the joke was one of the girls was like, no, my man just yells Jumanji to get out of it when he's done. I about shit myself, man. And YouTube associate, Ro Jogan used to wash my windows. Jesus Christ.
I'm serious.
Janie says, don't hate me. I drink beer on ice because the bubbles, Oh my gosh.
That's all right. My wife drinks wine on ice.
You know what?
She likes it. She says it tastes good.
I
Keeps it cold.
like to drink things on the ice, my own ice, just sit there. But yeah, I think that'd be a good time. And, I mean, you mentioned Coors.
Yeah.
I can remember when I was real young, my dad and my brother at watching a football game one time, and Dad didn't drink. Not after I was born, I didn't see that. So I don't know that he was drinking, and I think it was my older brother who was of age. And she's like, these are bots, by the way. I'm hoping so. Yeah. And so, yeah, they're probably hitting 20 different broadcasts on YouTube.
Probably.
Yeah. So I can remember my brother with a salt shaker putting salt in his Coors. Kind of takes the bitterness out. So they went out to do something. And there's this can of Coors there. And I was young, about, 6. I thought, all right. Salt. And then took a drink and thought, what in the fuck is this? And I decided I'll never drink that. And true to form, I mostly didn't. And you two, Mike the Mike, why don't you get Morrissey on the pod? Why don't you, no, never mind, Morrissey.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, we'll get right on that.
Yeah,
I'm sure he's
Morrissey
dying.
Yeah, he's
yeah.
Well, first we've got to go to the Opie radio. We got to get with him first.
Yeah,
then we'll talk to Morrissey.
Yeah, because Opie's dying to get us on his pod. I've been trying to get you on my pod. Really? Oh, please, Opie, please get us on there.
So freaking stupid.
I used to wash, Roe Jogan's windows. You're over there, Peter North. Get the fuck out.
Yeah, Taylor, for this last 3 weeks, we've had these characters coming in here left and right.
But you know what? We're not getting the funny names we were for. Fred Fuchs, YouTube associate, Opie Radio, Luis Ortega, which may actually be legitimate, but I doubt it with us. Either that or Luis, your English is for shit. We lost something in translation. He's like, I got this. I'm going to tell them how great they are. Not true at all. If you plug the air conditioner into the bread, then the cheese will not turn over. Probably a bad spark plug. Google translates really not doing well.
No, it's not. Last week we had a hate machine, and he was actually pretty cool. Good dude.
Yes.
He talked for a while. I don't know if we'll end up seeing him tonight. But hey, I do want to say hello to everyone out there on D Live. We've been getting a lot of traffic from there, and I appreciate you guys.
Yeah, and Hate Machine even showed us some love, some donations to the podcast.
He gave us lemons.
And
gave us some lemons.
And so we're pretty excited about that. And plus, we had spirited conversation, and I disagreed vehemently about the vaccine
but
thing,
y'all walked away.
But let me tell
friends.
you, it was good spirited conversation.
Yes, it was. And that's what he liked about us.
And he's a great guy.
He's from Germany.
He says he looks forward to coming to America. And I got to tell you.
He's going to Dallas, isn't he?
Yeah. Maybe we can hook up and have a good time.
That'd be cool to meet him.
I think it would. So if you come to America, you got to get a hold of us. Maybe we could come down there, have a few drinks with you.
Yeah, shoot the shit and argue.
That's right. Maybe rent a cheap motel room, do it American style. I don't know. I don't know what you're into, man. I'm not trying to put anything on you here.
Well, we'd have to send Bob.
Well, not right now.
Oh yeah, no, we can't send Bob.
No, not with that.
I keep forgetting.
Thick layer of unguent on his front mounted bitch splitter. And,
bitches
on his custard launcher. And
it's custard launcher.
That's disgusting.
Oh shit.
Okay, so anyone got any subjects this week they'd like to talk about, or maybe a caller?
Well, actually, why don't we take a break and then we'll be back on that?
Is it a break time?
Yeah, you want to do a break?
Shit. Yeah, we do a break. We'll be right back after these important messages.
We don't have any messages.
Yeah, it's not fucking important.
All right, back here in just a minute.
All right. Y'all got some rare behind the scenes action from us during the break. And as you can tell, I was breaking like a mofo.
Hell yeah. No, actually, dude, your buddy's hearing us through the chat over there because this has a microphone on it.
You filthy hoe.
Go down there and make sure the microphone's got a line through it.
Our production value is a little poor today.
Huh?
It always did.
It always did? Mm-hmm. Man, that's weird. I don't get that. Man, what is wrong with today?
Well, I don't know. Do we have, because we've got voice channels. It says create channel. Well, we don't have we haven't created
Now it went quiet.
It says, remember when Yokozuna pinned Hulk Hogan for the WWF title? Remember it. Fuck it. I relive it every day.
Hello. Hey.
It's ridiculous. So, yeah. Is that Bob?
Sounds like it.
You what now? Yeah, I don't know what was going on with that. Yeah. Okay. All right, we're good.
Chode, Bob.
Yeah, it's Bob on the phone, so he's letting us know.
Yeah.
He said the mics were hot for 30 seconds during the break.
Well, our production value is for shit.
Yeah, I don't know. All right, dude. Well, we're back on later. Bye.
We're using a different chat platform than we have normally.
Yes.
Even though it connects to all the platforms, we're using a different platform. And let's see, my mic is muted over here, but you can unmute. Discord can unmute you can.
But all this audio coming out of here should not be going through this at all.
No, but is your mic muted on our Discord chat?
Oh,
look down here at.
Oh yeah, mine's muted also. Yeah.
Okay, Tay.
Yep, mine's
yeah.
muted.
Huh.
Thanks for enabling access to your micro instructions. Yeah, it says it's denied anyway, so that's good. Okay. Well, that's all right. Like I said, behind the scenes, aren't y'all lucky? We'll do that as an outtake.
Oh, wait a minute.
Oh, shit.
Mute.
All right, let me ask. God, I can't believe we got to do this during a live damn show.
Radio. Anthony,
tell me if you can
hear
hear us.
Oh boy, that's yeah. Our limited audience now. You're our test audience. Can you hear me? Am I coming through the airwaves? What are you listening to? Are you hearing the sound of my voice? Can you see Brittany's tits in the background?
Oh, I just cut away.
If you angle just right, it'll look like it's your tits. Tay-Tay. Can you see Tay-Tay's tits?
God, dude, I don't know what's going on. This is just strange.
Okay,
anyways, but it was weird. He said the last 30 seconds.
The first 30 seconds.
Was the first 30 seconds?
Yeah, what the fuck?
I don't know.
Man,
Who
you're
cares?
just all over the place, man.
I
It's got to
know.
be the internal microphone of the laptop.
It's got to be. That's the only thing I can
I'm
think
just
of.
here to say stupid shit, so you can't blame any of this on me. I think we all know my role here, and I try not to vary from it.
Yeah. Okay. So, anyways, we're back. Here we are. We're back live, and I still don't know what the hell's going on. But anyway, so
no, I mean, hey, this is all just still a learning process.
Yeah,
it shouldn't be, but we're slow learners. So bring us a subject, man. I mean, hey, our number's up. If you'd like to, call in and talk about something, or
hey, get our phone number.
Or
there it is.
Complain about something, or whatever. We're there. But what about you, Brian? What's your weekend plans?
Well, my weekend plans. I was going to go see Brian Johnson.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Man, I'd love to see Brian. I haven't seen him in a while.
Well, but his daughter had recently been dealing with cancer.
Oh, no.
Yes. And they got that all, well, his stepdaughter, and Mindy's daughter, or whatever. But anyways, they ended up getting everything taken care of. And we were going to go over there, but we have recently learned that about 4 days ago, 2 of Annie's family members came down with COVID. We were around the sun, but they came in after. So it's like, we're fine. But all of a sudden the mother got it, and we just for his daughter's sake, we decided, nah, we're going to stay home.
Well, so my girlfriend in her family group, there is a friend's mom that is very sick right now with COVID and on a respirator. And let me tell you, I think we're going to go back to full COVID protocols. Do you know Taco King, Tay-Tay?
That's my other friend. Yeah.
Okay.
And he's talking about the Dusty.
The Dusty. You know what the Dusty is?
The dick pussy.
We got. Did you just call me again?
I did not. We've got an actual caller.
Oh my goodness.
Hey, welcome. What's up?
What's going on?
Oh, it's Bob.
It's Bob. First time caller, long time listener.
I'm a huge fan.
I'm just trying to get this damn ringworm taken care of.
I know. God love you. God love you. It's
Are you
horrible.
able to drive okay?
But I'll tell you what, the swelling is just impressive.
Really?
Oh.
Well,
this treatment, I should have done this years ago.
We can always hope that it's an after.
But it's big around as a can of corn.
Yeah. So we can always hope it's one of those side effects that lingers, so that it's just permanent girth,
Yeah, there you go.
You ever seen one of those little balloon like water weenie things that has the hole in the center, but it's like real slippery? It's like a kid's toy. You can just, that's what his dick looks like right now.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah. Like somebody did that, but put the top of a hot dog on it. So God love you, except it's ringy and spotted. So yeah.
So you're saying it's okay to fool around with a cat then, I guess.
Absolutely.
All right.
There you go.
You heard it
You
here
thought we were
first.
kidding, man. He don't fuck around. Well, he does fuck around. That's the problem.
Anyway, whenever I was in there, I dropped my drawers and I said, "Hey, do you want us to take care of these hemorrhoids too?" And I was like, "Sure, might as well. Go over
right? You know, if they just grab a hold of them, get a good grip, and take a box knife, they can just slice them off in one fell swoop.
Well, that's what it felt like.
Yeah, and you won't notice because of the stinging from the unguent on your penis.
Are you having trouble sitting down?
No, not at all. I got a donut prior to the trip.
There you go. Hey, that's right.
Oh, yeah, that same donut that I used.
Except Bob.
That's a different one.
No,
yeah, Bob probably.
I didn't feel junk needed to be that close to your junk.
There you go.
Hey, I don't mind swinging together. Friends swing together. It's all right.
Well, you know, I'm Captain Snoodle here on the damn on the damn chat, so you know what I'm about.
That's awesome.
Dig some snoodling. Yeah. So what is the Dussy?
Well, it stands for Dino Pussy.
Dino Pussy.
Dino Pussy.
There you go, Bob. Take note of the Dino Pussy. I don't know what that would mean, but
it's just, I guess I play a lot of dinosaur games.
I think you fucked a brontosaurus of a chick, and they're calling you out on it.
Yeah. Ancient. So now it's me getting the Dussy anytime I leave.
Oh, I got to remember that now. All right.
Dussy. Man.
The Dussy.
Well, there you go. Bob, how's your progress? You getting close to your destination, or... And I think he just went dead. I think the pain has overcome him.
Yeah. I thought I heard him scream.
I think he ascended.
Oh, wait. He's still there.
Are you guys still there?
Yeah, we're still here.
Yeah, I don't know what happened. I guess I got a little static in the line.
You're not supposed to use a phone in a...
Hey, we got someone else trying to call in now.
Yeah, you're not supposed to use a phone in an MRI. So next caller.
Whoever's calling in, you'll have to call back.
No. Next caller.
Next caller.
Love you, Bob. Next caller. Here we go.
All right. Hello.
Live.
Hello.
Oh, hi.
Hi.
You're on quarantine, buddy, and I thought it was so sweet.
This is awesome.
You're so funny.
I know.
Like I thought you would be.
God, I'm funny as fuck.
Anyways, I hope you don't mind me being too forward, but I wanted to apply for the position.
Okay, what position you want to apply for?
To be your quarantine buddy. Would you be up for that?
Quarantine buddy? Well, first of all, I want to know why you got to be quarantined.
So then I'll be over at yours in a couple of hours.
See, there we go. It's a recording.
Is it a recording?
Yeah, I know. Well, in that case, yeah.
Don't worry. I have the address from your ad.
Oh, that's great. Maybe you could quarantine yourself, you skank hoe. Yeah. So stupid. Come on over and quarantine yourself. And my girlfriend will be there, and she will slap a hoe.
What do you think I should do with them?
I think I found the Dussy.
I think, yeah.
I think I did too.
Maybe you and I should do a Zoom call with them before we decide.
Oh, my. Would you show us your big flappy snatch?
You're going to grow to love them.
You know I will. Oh, my God. I bet it looks like two slabs of fucking liver in a monsoon. Oh, my gosh. That is fantastic. I bet it looks like a hobo yawning when you spread your legs.
Jesus.
You know, I bet it looks like somebody took a carp, laid it on its side, and busted it open with a machete and then just said, I'm your quarantine buddy.
And I was like, what the hell is that?
I want you to rough gag me until I vomit on your dick. Hey, thanks. But you know what? We're always glad to get calls. You know, we're all excited first. Is this a girl?
Oh my God, we got a girl that called.
I was like, we've got a fucking recording there. And so, yeah. Will I masturbate to that recording later? No, I will not. I have somebody. Thank you. Okay, I'm going to masturbate to this. Shit, I wasn't muted. You know, so.
Into the howling abyss.
It happens, man. But, you know, hey, we're always glad to have the chat. Oh, my God, we got another caller.
Another one. Is this the most callers?
This is the most I've ever had. Hi, first time caller, long time listener.
You're such a dick.
Just like Brittany. Oops, I did it again. Yay. He's talking an adventure into the howling abyss, like throwing the whole hot dog down the hallway.
Are you mental?
A little. Yeah.
You know, y'all are missing out on an opportunity. You know, I get Brian every fucking week with this. and the number's right up there in front of you. What's wrong with you fucking people? Or have we become such a digital society that we've forgotten how to properly prank call? I mean, come on. Where are today's kids that are afraid to call in? They're afraid that we will use their phone number to get back at them and find their address and something. I don't know. Maybe that's how that works. Who knows?
Yeah,
let's see. So I think everyone can hear us, but I'm hoping so. Anyway, that was fun. I enjoyed that.
Yeah, that was good. Yeah,
That
that was entertaining.
And I knew at some point, you're quarantined, buddy. Why are you quarantined? I have yellow fever. Holy shit. You think it's, COVID. We should quarantine to stay safe from what? From Ebola. That is not me.
Portland, Oregon.
Oh, let's see who it is.
Call alive.
Call alive for Portland, Oregon.
Howdy.
What's up?
Oh, shit.
You know who this is, don't you?
I know who this is.
Well, let's hear
My
it.
name is Earl.
Well, hey, Earl. How's it going?
I could use a little
Crocodile. You little bitch.
So I am a classically raised Texan man, and I have found myself in a bit of a predicament.
Okay.
You see, I am a fan of eggs and sausage, if you catch my meaning. And I'm attempting to find a way to inform my father. So if the big guy with the beard and the long hair, he looks like he knows a thing or two about this, what would your advice be, sir?
Actually, I don't have a lot of experience with this subject, but Brian does. Brian, how would you tell your father?
What was the question again?
I'm attempting to come out to my father.
Oh, come out to your father.
I prefer the gentleman.
Well, it is Texas, and your father may or may not be okay for some racist terms, even though, we're new to racist terms, but you can just tell him, some of these terms we didn't consider racist once in a while, once upon a time. But now I just tell him, look, Pa, I'm into the ching chong ding dong.
Right.
That's what I want.
He had me walking around in chaps when I was 7 years old. That begets a certain kind of lifestyle.
Well, you
He has
bet.
no one to blame but himself.
Exactly. If you're not on a fucking pony, you're gay bar. I mean, assless chaps.
A little
without
light in the loafers.
Exactly.
Atlas
In
chap.
in my experience, I tend to be the pony. If you catch my
He's got one of those daddles, the daddy saddle,
Yeah.
and you have the little paws and the horse head thing. Now that's what I'm talking about,
So to tell your dad, just sit down and just tell him. Say, Dad, I like the cock.
You just tell him,
All
look,
right.
it takes a real man to fully suck a cock right up to the balls. You have to be secure.
Good
in your
Lord.
manhood.
In front of your father.
And it doesn't take a very skilled man. It is an Asian penis we're talking about.
Oh.
So that's racist. They're a little short, but absolutely. He says, it's illegal to shoot a man in the back in Texas. That's the real issue here. It's not illegal to shoot off on a man's back in Texas, though, or deep in his man pussy, So I say you're just going to have to tell Paul, look, sometimes man and woman love each other a lot, and they express that love in a physical manner. Well, sometimes two men enjoy each other's company so much that they'd like to maybe, show that love in a physical manner too. And when he says, you mean like shaking hands or maybe a kind of a hug, one-armed hug where you pat each other on the back real hard? No, kind of a hug where we take our shirts off and kiss.
Yeah, you can always do that. Yeah.
Yep.
Right. It's like a form of brotherhood,
Yeah,
It's effectively just a handshake.
Exactly.
Or you could sit down with him and ask him to watch Brokeback Mountain with you.
And
that's one of his favorites.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Who the hell is it? I mean, come on. And you could tell him, look, you see, they turned out all right. Kind of. They was rough and tumble men. One of them couldn't quit the other one because he's afraid to admit his real feelings. Do you want me to suffer like that, Paul? Live a life like that, a life of a lie and live in misery? Or do you want me to get my Asian man queen and live the life I want to live? And that's what you need to do there. I feel like, that's what I would do.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I hope, did that help you out any? Does that come up with some good ideas or?
I think you have put me on the right path here. I finally have the confidence to tell my pa.
Well, you mosey on down there, and I wish you the best of luck.
Yeah, we wish you the best of luck. And hey, you might call us back sometime and let us know how it all went.
I think I will. Thank you.
All right, thanks for calling.
Have a nice evening now.
You too. Take care.
He truly wants the cream of some young guy. And that's okay. That was a good time.
Yeah, that was a good call. Hey, I think we might have helped somebody.
Well, absolutely. There might be somebody out there that's going, my God, my dad will kill me. Well, first of all, no, he won't. And second of all, oh, shit.
Oh, my gosh.
Caller, you're on the air.
Hello, this is Harold Wong from Wong Chinese Restaurant.
Yes.
I called you before to pick up an order.
To pick up an order?
Well, the person came up and picked up order. And
Yes.
The phone number was wrong that I called. I wanted to offer you free food because of wrong phone call. We will deliver to your address.
Okay.
We were just talking about the cream of some young
We
guy.
deliver an order of orange chicken, an order of ribs, some sweet and sour pork, chicken lo mein, and some shrimp fried rice.
Oh, that sounds wonderful.
Yeah.
You bring some of that
Sign
pressed
us up.
duck.
Yes, Wong Chinese Restaurant.
Hey, we got one
What's
single.
your address so we can deliver food to you, okay?
Just throw it outside. We'll find it.
Right?
Yeah, throw it outside. We'll find it. Thank you.
Oh.
All right. There was another one.
I think that was Taco King's lover. No, it wasn't Taco King. I'm sorry, Taco King. This was not you. That was called about but yeah.
That was interesting.
I mean, it's so much racist. We've been careful to block racist terms.
And tonight just
hateful hate
I am
terms.
so sorry.
And we have completely ruined it. Because you can't draw us into this shit because I'll fall right down the rabbit hole.
Oh, every single time.
I deliver order. Oh, will you? You know what? It's sad that wasn't true because I could seriously go for some Chinese food right now.
Oh, it does sound good.
It
Doesn't
sounds fucking great. Fuck this show. We're out.
See ya.
Pork fried rice.
The
Let's
problem
get
is that somehow Brian will have it fucked up where you can hear us at the restaurant.
Oh, shit. Bob will call. What's going on? It's been dead for 2 hours. No one's there. Did y'all lock the doors?
There's no one on video, but
All I hear
I've
is
been listening.
slurping.
Yeah.
It's just constant.
Is that airdrop soup? Fuck. That's our That's our. Yep, Bob. Your eggs dropped into it. All right. Oh
Holy
man,
shit.
it's been a good time tonight. Even the production
has failed.
It has failed. I think it's made it all the better.
Hey, you know what my biggest problem is? And I'll be honest with you.
Where do we start?
Oh yeah.
Your latent gay tendencies or
this set's here in another location. I guarantee you, if I was here 5 days a week sitting near this thing would be perfect.
Yeah, but who's got the fucking time?
Oh, I would find
not till we get on the Opie show.
Well, when
Opie,
then we got time.
Yeah, no shit, Opie.
Yeah, so
jackass Opie.
Well, let me tell you, Tay-Tay has brought a plethora of new and fun people.
Yes.
To the process. Sorry, Bob, you're out.
Wait a minute, that's my house. Lock the door.
That's my Brittany. We're back to lick in the picture. Just, it's my titties now, Bob. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, that'd be fighting words for him.
Oh,
you mess with his Brittany,
man. I'm telling you,
that boy will get mad.
Yeah. So I do. We do appreciate the new listeners you've brought in and the participation. We have never had so many phone calls.
Yeah, no doubt.
It is absolutely.
See, you bring in the young stuff, everything starts working.
We have Jim Cornette. Hello. Hey, watch me type.
Hey, Jim. What's up, buddy?
Hey, Jim.
Hey, see the phone number on the screen? Give us a call.
Yeah.
Where's he coming? Oh, he's coming off YouTube. Okay,
All
cool.
right.
Hey, Jim. How you doing?
How's your world today, Jim? We'd like to hear.
Yeah, no doubt. Give us a call. We already had a guy help out with to tell his dad that he's gay.
Right.
We picked up a phone call from a Chinese food.
Also, we had a quarantine buddy who wanted to come over and rub her slimy sniz all over your, Ugh.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, no. I'm telling you.
To some.
Oh,
Yeah.
it looked like an old catcher's mitt, I bet, or maybe a grilled cheese sandwich that you had dropped on a shop floor and then kind of peeled open.
Yeah.
It does not look good. The Olympics suck. You know what, Jim? I'm going to be honest with you. I kind of agree, and I haven't watched a single bit of it. I have no.
I don't think hardly anybody has, be honest with you.
I don't know. You know, Simone Biles dropped out. She stepped out of it, you know. And,
Why?
And well, she had an injury, but she missed a landing and stuff and then realized my performance is not going to be up to par. And she made the decision to back out.
Oh, okay.
That's all I got. And, you know.
Hey, Jim, right there, 405-694-6268. Why don't you give us a call and tell us why you think the Olympics suck this year? I just haven't paid attention, to be honest with you. I don't think I ever do.
You know, sometimes maybe. I mean, you know, if I catch something, you know, I like to see the biathlon, the old ski and shoot, but they don't hardly show that. I'd probably watch some curling just because what the fuck? You know, you're not an Olympian. Come on. That's the only Olympic sport that you can drink a kegger. Then you have a kegger the night before and then get up in the morning and, all right, let's roll. And be on the top stand winning gold, you know, while you got some fit trim Canadian guy up there that's, you know, silver. He's like, fucking people from Minnesota. You know, I'm telling you, man, that's you know, it's the only Olympic sport that you can train using butter a lot of on your food.
Right.
And you know what? So you'd think that's my kind of sport, but I still don't kind of get it. But I think that's kind of fun.
Yeah.
And you know, funner than a fake quarantine body.
I bought that for like 2 seconds. What's up?
I wonder what goes through a sport that gets it to Olympic status. What do you have to
I'm
do?
sure popularity, worldwide popularity. I know there's a committee that votes on these things. Yeah. I mean, you know,
synchronized diving.
I mean, yeah, come on. I know that, but you know, they have to change over time. You know, we can't we're going to stick with the original one. Now you men strip down naked and wrestle, you know, Greco-Roman wrestling, you know, they all
water polo.
Yeah. I mean, you know, all competed, you know, nude, but there you go. He said Olympics need to go back to when it was just shirtless men wrestling with grease. And, you know, they have those Olympics every weekend at a bar here in town that I know. You know, so yeah, it's but there's no medals to be had, but there is lots of torch songs.
You know, something that I did hear a couple days ago.
Was it a fart sound?
No, I did that earlier, but okay. No, certain countries are starting to make the girls wear more covered up diving suits, because they've noticed how most of the girls who get out there, their ass cheeks are just hanging out now.
Well, they might slip out a snatch lip. What the fuck you think we're watching Olympic women's diving for? So that perverts later can zone in on the still shots where it might show something, or the same thing with gymnastics and then post it on a website for incels. Get the fuck out of here, man.
Yeah, that's what they do.
They're allowing man ladies to compete. Yeah, that's another one. You know what?
What do you think?
You know what?
That's not right. I'm sorry. I just disagree with that.
I think it's unfair competition.
Yes, for how far the women have fought to get where they're at.
Just because of the musculature that a genetic male has the ability to carry versus a trans, let's say a trans male.
Yeah.
So they start taking testosterone and things like that, but they still don't have the physiology to pack on that amount of muscle. Now, I'm not saying that female athletes, genetic female athletes, are not some of the most muscled up and strong. I mean, they're amazing.
Yeah.
But so are male athletes.
Yeah.
And so that when we go trans, yes, they're taking hormones too and things like that, but I believe there's a disadvantage on allowing the men. You know, there was that old bit, who was it? I want to give the correct comedian credit for it, but he's like, so if LeBron James all of a sudden went trans and decided to join the WNBA, you know, he'd score 750 points per fucking game.
Yeah.
And let me tell you, the women of the WNBA are exceptional athletes.
Yeah.
But I got to tell you, if LeBron went trans, he would.
Yeah, they actually talked about a guy a while back who actually went and he switched over to, it was a gentleman, not this one recently, but this guy switched over saying that he was female. He walked in, beat every woman's lifting weights, and then turned around and said, no, I'm a man, and went back. But it held.
But I'll tell you what,
that's bullshit.
That's horseshit. So Taco King says, Taylor, you have experience wrestling them lady boys. What's your take on their skills?
I never win. I don't understand why.
Right?
They're faster and nimbler.
Exactly. You know,
he lets them win.
So I'll tell you what, the trans thing that we're experiencing now in Thailand, you know, we've probably heard of the, you know, in the jokes, the Thai lady boys. However, they are treated within that society as actually a separate entity. They're not male, they're not female, some of the lady boys, but they're treated as it's kind of a different, they're accepted long before we started accepting in the society. They accept that there is something different about them, that their gender was incorrect. And so they have changed this gender, but they're treated kind of like their own community, not separate but equal bullshit. Yeah. But I'm saying it's a different world over there from what I understand. That's why you got to be careful when you're in certain parts of the world that you don't go to pick up a prostitute and you might very well end up with a ladyboy. Also, transvestite prostitutes are very common in Brazil. I won't make that mistake again. I mean, it wasn't even fucking Brazil. It was just at a Brazilian steakhouse out back behind it. And Jim says the worst NBA player would destroy the best WNBA player one-on-one. Yeah, I kind of concur, you know, and I'll tell you a difference. I'll tell you a difference where I don't think it would be as much, and that is tennis. We learned tennis, that with the Billie Jean King versus the
Williams sisters.
No, Billie Jean, the big match, male versus female.
Oh, wasn't that what's his name? The guy that cussed a lot through the rackets around.
No, you're thinking of what's.
I know who you're talking about.
Yeah. Brad Pitt.
No, Brad Pitt. Thank you. Let me see here. Billie Jean King, and I mean he talked shit. This geeky looking guy. Battle of the Sexes. Okay. Was what it was. Bobby Riggs. And and he's like, there's no way a woman's going to be able to beat me. Bobby Riggs was a champion and all that other shit. 1973, Billie Jean King spanked his ass in the Battle of the Sexes of the tennis match. 6-4, 6-3, 6-3.
Wow.
So let me tell you, they need to be real careful about that because, you know, tennis is a different thing. And so I would say that skill and athleticism do count on that, but it's not sheer feats of strength. Running might be a different story. I don't know. I don't know the world record female runners versus the males, but I would say that if Usain Bolt decided to go trans, we're all in fucking trouble anyway, regardless of your sex. He's going to blow everyone out of the water.
Yeah.
But yeah, she kicked Bobby Riggs's ass, and so I got to tell you, I
bet that was a lovely moment for her.
I defy any man to step up against Serena fucking Williams.
Yeah, she's.
Oh my god! And then she could squeeze your head till it pops with those thighs.
You'd let her do it too, wouldn't you?
Probably.
Yeah.
Next Olympic sport.
That's right. Mm-hmm. Head popping from thighs. It's like, yeah.
God,
the losing curling team. Gosh dang it! You're crushing my head.
I was talking to my dad over the week, and he was like, you know, they're letting anything into this damn Olympics. They got bicycles. They got them doing this. I said, well, there's the X Games, but apparently they're actually doing a lot of the stuff in the Olympics now also.
Yeah, you know, some of the extreme sports have garnered such attention. And keep in mind, the huge investment, whether it's winter or summer Olympics, for a city to invest to have the Olympics. In fact, and the Olympic Committee gets to pick, you know, we vie for that privilege to have it in our city. But look at the expense, and sometimes that Olympic Village just ends up an empty wasteland afterwards that they don't transition into anything.
I know,
useful,
that's weird.
or World's Fairs and shit like that. So I got to tell you, there's got to be money in it. And to get money in it, you have to please the crowds. Nobody wants to watch you play air hockey, you know, or something. Maybe they do. Shit, I don't know. But so yeah, extreme sports, you bet they're becoming, you know, more and more popular. I'm sure there's a lot of things that were, you know, when they were introduced in the Olympics 50, 60, 70, 80 years ago, that people are like, well, that's absurd, you know? And
because I remember being a kid, it was mostly just the mats, you know, doing the Olympic.
Yeah, you saw gymnastics.
Yeah,
you saw running, some diving,
vaulting stuff, and
the decathlon. Hence, Bruce Jenner, who was on cereal boxes, who was a great decathlete, and now Caitlin still has his trophies.
I don't know
what the fuck
how
are you
though.
doing, Caitlin? What the
How
fuck are
does
you
she?
doing?
How does she have them? She's not Bruce Jenner anymore.
Well,
so.
she was.
I know,
Now
but
she's
she
Caitlin.
didn't. I know, but how does Caitlin have?
But now it'd be okay for her to compete in the decathlon because she's getting on up there. She ain't gonna,
She's like, how old is he now? Like, I think you looked that up the other day, like 60, 70, something like that.
No, I just masturbated to the pictures.
Oh, okay. All right. I thought you looked up that one.
It looks like somebody took a hot dog and just kind of split it open, made a set of lips, and it's just kind of
look at Taylor over here.
You could just
It's
kind
like,
of
what the
leave
hell?
it solid at the top, and then just kind of
So much regret.
yeah.
Everything that I have actually seen her in, she's actually got a good sense of humor. And she's funny.
when she's fully engorged and tingling down there, it looks like a one of those bright red hot links that maybe has been microwaved and split open.
Oh Jesus!
So
Does it look worse than Bob on him?
No,
Bob
no,
can
no.
make it work.
No, Bob's
can
dealing,
work it,
Bob's
yeah.
dealing with a natural affliction that occurs to 8 out of 10 men.
But I'm starting to wonder: are we sure that it was ringworm? What could have been paper cuts?
Chlamydia. No. Paper cuts. When he
We need
showed me,
to
he's like-
inspect that
he's like-
Brittany picture.
He's like, Brittany has arrived and this mail tube is sticking out of his mailbox. I bet your pants look the same right now. So yeah. And let's see, YouTube, Runicon. I'd let him do it. He's talking about letting the men that are trans men compete in the Olympics. And then he asked, what the fuck? We're talking about Bob's affliction because Bob here this week, he's getting treated for ringworm on his penis. And it may
Yes.
have also spread to his testicles.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, it's not as bad as a boil on your taint like Brian had, but
God, that was awful.
You've missed a lot. Let's just put it this way. You've missed a lot.
You have to go back and watch the show to see the rest.
Yeah. And we
hear
don't want
the
to
taint
relive
story.
it all. I mean,
Yeah,
geez.
I never want to relive any of that shit ever again. That was awful.
So that means we need to get ahead of this, and you lay back after the show, and Tay will take turns squeezing that motherfucker with a shower.
Tay, would you do that for me?
We'll cure you.
Yes.
All right, man. You know what? You are a good friend.
No. I meant I'd let a woman crush my head with her thighs. Chill. Yeah, exactly. He's like, whoa, back it up, man.
Whoa.
Slow your roll there, man. That's awesome.
Thank you. So
yeah, we was about to get all back in it again. And Jim's being all honest and stuff. Yeah, it was Bobby Riggs. And we're all like, and then Bruce Jenner, Caitlin's, snatch looks like, yeah. We are, man, I'm sorry if you wanted
We're sorry,
serious-
Jim. We're sorry.
We're sorry if you wanted serious, good conversation, because this is usually just a bunch of rambling and silly stuff.
But Jim, like I said, you're more than welcome to call in and give us your opinion of it. 405-694-6268.
He says, I got you, homie,
Appreciate it.
man. I appreciate that. No shit. We were rolling hard on it, man. My girlfriend has mentioned to me before, she's like, why do you always got to go to the deep end of everything?
That's
Whether it's
you.
emotionally, mentally, or whatever. And the other day we were sitting on the couch and I was, we were rambling away, and she's like, you're escalating. I said, it's not all mental illness with me. Sometimes it's just Jason. And we laughed so hard about it,
That's funny.
and then they gave me a bunch of medicine and I slept real good. So, there we go.
Awesome. No, dude. Ever since I've known you, you can take it from 0 to 60 in like seconds, man.
Yeah.
It's always hilarious. People are just like, "Holy shit!"
Yeah. And then long periods of time where I don't want to talk to them. Might be a problem there. Call in, diagnose Jason's mental illness for free. Are you an aspiring therapist? Maybe you're serving an internship. Maybe you want a platform so if you fuck up and give the wrong diagnosis, there's no malpractice. I'll just go with whatever you think.
Maybe you want to try to figure out how to
Am
get
I
yours look like a split hot dog.
effective? Who knows? I mean, who can say for sure? I ask that guy in the mirror every fucking morning. That's why I don't shave much, because I don't trust him with that razor. But, so I probably ain't going to have a girlfriend after all these shows, man. She's going to listen back and go, you know what? This is really a waste of my goddamn time. Fuck this guy. I've had all the fun. It was funny at first. Now it's not so amusing.
I don't know, dude.
It's just a lot of work. See ya. I've enjoyed the time.
I do not see her doing that.
I don't.
She loves her little JC Poo,
but I wouldn't blame her if she did. She'd be like, "Man, it's been real, but it's time to get back to reality."
Dude, there's times that I wonder why the wife stays with me after some of the shit I say, and then you and Bob and all three of us together, and she's just like, "Holy shit!"
Well, the good thing is also you trapped her pretty good by by your demon seed. Who is just like you. So, yeah.
God, she's exactly
like I
me.
ain't taking care of both these without you. So, maybe she's just really patient more than we know.
Oh, she's very patient.
So that's it. I don't know why women would even bother with us, especially once we get a certain age. There is nothing redeeming about some old dude. It's like women, they get middle-aged and they start figuring out, I really don't need or want that motherfucker.
Yeah, I don't need that.
And they'll
Why
stay
do I
there
have
because
this?
they love him and things like that. But if they're single and they're looking, they're like, I'd like some companionship, but I don't want this motherfucker laying around my house trimming his toenails and shit. I mean, can't we just have our separate places? So
yeah, hit and quit.
People are not as well, maybe not even quit it, just hit it and keep your distance.
Yeah, exactly.
People aren't as marriage minded as they used to be. And I'm not sour on marriage, just my previous one. But so the thing is, I don't know. I think you get to a certain age, you can't have that much expectation about yourself. You say, hey, I'm a good guy or a decent guy and things like that. And maybe there's a woman out there that enjoys my company. Most likely it's just going to be me and Bob jerking off to Brittany over there. Don't look, I'm almost done. Then it's your turn, Bob. Don't look. You stay in the bullpen warming up.
He's got two of them.
Yeah, you stay in the bullpen.
He does have two of them.
Yeah,
You know that, right?
Yeah, the other one was her nipples or
Oh no,
that
one just happened to come in two.
Oh really?
Yeah, he's got an extra one for a backup.
Well, then there you go. We can just put them, facing opposite directions.
Exactly.
All we can see is stare at each other over the top of the board. So yeah, invite Earl. Earl's like, I know you guys are enjoying jerking it to Brittany and all, but would you mind maybe spreading your butt cheeks a little so I can look at it? And can you just take your two fingers and kind of spread them apart a little bit so I can view your brown eye winking at me?
So Jace, Taylor,
could you do it sideways so I can see your drainer and your stainer?
Drainer and your stainer. Do you ever plan on getting married?
Yeah, eventually.
I mean, so you want to get married? Because I know a lot of the younger generation sometimes they're like, nah, fuck that, I'm done. I don't want to get married.
Are you part Asian? Because Earl is.
No.
Okay.
Sadly, I'm not.
Do you know any dinosaurs that you would like?
I know plenty of dinosaurs. Earl, hit me up. I got you. Don't you worry.
So, some Dussy. And
grade A Dussy.
Well, marriage is a great institution. We've all heard that. Who wants to be in an institution? But I'll tell you, there's nothing wrong with marriage. And, it's normal for a man and woman want to get in that union. And then it's normal for them to want to get the fuck out of that union sometimes.
Yeah, it happens.
So choose carefully. And it's not even enough for you to say, yes, I have found this woman. This is the one I want for the rest of my life. You have to ensure that she's found the man that she wants to put up with for the rest of her fucking life. And because, to be honest, they're the smarter of the two sexes. And they're also the ones that seem to take more shit and put up with more shit. We're also big babies when we're sick. And we're literally not much different from when we were little boys, except we have a few more social graces and education, a little bit more education. But I can tell you, if it was funny in 5th grade, that shit's still funny to me now.
Yes.
And, you've heard the old saying, the only difference between men and boys is the price of their toys. Well, it's kind of true, but the same shit, look, a drone. Get the fuck out of here. I guarantee you a 6-year-old boy would be just as excited as a 45-year-old man, and they would both enjoy the experience. I can't think of very many other things, like your daughter says, let's have a tea party. Okay, honey. And it's cute, an imaginary tea party. You do it because you love her, but you ain't digging it like you would that drone with your kid, your male kid or something. I'm telling you, we like the same shit. And so we really don't grow up as much. We are permanently less mature
Yeah.
And then if they do get a man who matches that maturity and he's all stoic and Henry Kissinger sounding, and yes, and then we went to China and, met with the emperor and blah, blah, then he's boring as fuck. He better have a horse cock or something to light up your world, because there's no good conversation. There's no whimsy. Part of the reason they love us is because we're little boys inside.
Well,
they like that whimsy in us. I don't care what you ladies say. It's true.
I've heard the best marriages are just a best friend that you're attracted to.
Sure.
Yeah.
Sure.
So-
And they say that, your wife should be your best friend. Sure, she should. She should be your go-to. But also, you've got to have your own interest, and you've got to respect each other's right to have your own interest.
Yeah.
Respect each other's opinion. And that's what a best friend does. If we're best friends, I respect what you've got to say, even if I don't agree with it. We may even have a heated debate about it.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, I love you. You're my friend.
Yeah.
You may say something I don't like. I may say something, maybe I don't mean, hey, you're an asshole. No, you're a fucking asshole. But that doesn't mean I don't love you.
Yeah.
And that doesn't mean she doesn't love you. Marriage is work. Any relationship where you live together is work. So
every day.
Of course it is. And some days you don't feel like fucking working on it.
No, some days you're just like,
And that's just how it is. But I'll tell you, as we get older, hopefully we get a little wiser and learn the errors of our youth and go, oh yeah, that's why she was always so pissed. Duh. But like I said, I have theories about that. Women do love the whimsy and the little boy inside of us. That's, they love that vulnerability. You can be the toughest fucking guy in the world, but when you're with your woman, she expects you to open yourself to her and not your butt cheeks like what Earl was wanting. But some girls do. Maybe there's pegging involved. I don't know. I'm not, you're getting no judgment here. But yeah, I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I think it's natural to want to pair bond with another person and have that deeper connection. And I got to tell you, you can't, maybe you can get married at 70 and then you get sick at 80 and expect her to take care of your ass. But I got to tell you, ask people that's been married 50, 60 years and go, oh, that's wonderful. Y'all are still in love. And they'll be like, love? The fuck are you talking about? This motherfucker's a nightmare. But they wouldn't leave each other for nothing. They have a mutual love and respect and a bond, and they wouldn't let the other one fall. That's where you get these couples that take care of each other no matter what.
Yeah.
And we don't have that. We live in an instant gratification world. Right now, and nothing lasts long. We have posts that disappear after, so many hours. We have all kinds of stuff. But marriage isn't that. Marriage is slow and long lasting. It should be. It's a slow process of maturing together and blending. You ever see the old couples that look like each other? They're, been together so long. It's that kind of slow work. You can't rush it. You can get married and be madly in love, but that's not mature love. That, oh my God, you're so wonderful. Right now, I've got all kinds of romantic notions about my girlfriend and these romantic fantasies I play out in my mind, and they're not necessarily sexual, but they're, us dancing to a certain song and the certain ambiance. And, I'm just full of fucking whimsy and romance. That's wonderful. It feels good. It's what draws us in to prepare for that mature love.
Yeah.
That mature, deep, abiding love. And something that is abiding, deep and abiding within you, is not easily shed or given up when it's inconvenient. For example, beliefs. Everyone has beliefs. And beliefs are good, but they're not the same as convictions. Beliefs are a thing of convenience. When it becomes horribly convenient, we may change our belief.
Yeah.
It's horribly inconvenient. But convictions will hold you even when it's unpopular and painful to have that, because it is a conviction. And your love for your partner should become a conviction to where it is not pleasant. God, he's being a fucking dick. He wants to come and play with his fucking asshole buddies on a podcast. That's love.
Yeah.
That says, okay, that's what he wants to do. And it's love that says, you know what? She wants to do karaoke and have a girls' night, and I need to just fucking peer. That's love. And that's that deep abiding love. It says, hey, I respect you, and I'm not giving you up because it got hard.
Yeah.
I don't mean your dick either, because times got hard. Let me tell you, I can do that with anybody. Go get you a girlfriend. Now we're hanging out. We're having a good time. And as soon as it gets difficult, fuck it, I'm out. Too much drama. And you have that right in the beginning, but that's the time to learn it. But if you still think you have that right and you're yep, we're ready to get married, you're not ready to get married. This has been Jason's soapbox for the week.
Oh, damn it. You know what, man? I had soapbox music.
Damn it, Brian.
But it's not the one you'd want.
No, it is because it's an American tradition too.
Oh,
marriage, strong marriage bonds have built this nation. Men went off to fight wars and women picked up the slack. He's
really going to do it.
They immediately stepped up and started building planes and ships. Our entire Pacific fleet was virtually destroyed. And we set a timeline. The president said, we will rebuild it. And with a damaged fleet, we managed to defend ourselves, mainland America, because the only thing between Japan and California was like Midway. And we snuck around with a damaged ship and wiped them out. But not only did we rebuild the Pacific fleet, we rebuilt it ahead of schedule in record time. And then we had bombers and fighters and women out there that are sleeves rolled up that previously she had been at home cooking and taking care of kids or, putting out the laundry and oh my. And now she's riveting planes. And you know what? Because they did their part while their husband was doing his. And a lot of those men were lost. But still, that's love. And that's not only love for your husband, that's love for your nation in a time of need. That's soapbox material right there. So there you go. You got to play your music, and I got to do my soapbox for the week, which we all know what?
Captain America?
Yeah, and out of all that, all the thing that the women did, we got Kim Kardashian.
The goat, the Billy goat. That's what we got. Yeah, you know what? That's not marriage material to me. So Luis Ortega said, let me be clear when I said plug the AC into the bread. I only meant if it was a manual transmission. A lot of people don't know that Wonder Bread prior to July mostly had automatics. Sorry for that. I, too, am sorry, Luis Ortega, that we still don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
Thank you for the clarification.
And also, schizophrenia is a serious illness. And the thing is a lot of schizophrenics become unmanageable by their families and end up homeless because they won't take their medicine. They get to feeling better and then they stop. And then the next thing you know, the Blue Eagle is after it. It's pretty bad. So Luis, I urge you to seek mental health care and also to stay on your goddamn meds. Are you mental? Yeah. Stay on your meds.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. I think that about does it for this week's show.
I think we covered all of our topics.
I don't know unless Brian has a new one. I mean, usually soapbox is where we have to cut it off at. Okay, Jason, it's been an hour. There you go. That's how you know the party is ended for y'all, but just started for us.
Yeah. So Bob's still, I guess he's still on the road. We haven't heard back from him. So
either that or there's been a arterial bleed on those hemorrhoids.
Oh God,
it might not have been a hemorrhoid. It might have been an unborn twin or tumor.
Yeah.
And they have cut an artery. It was sitting there pulsing like the vein on a forehead when someone's angry and they cut it and they can't get the bleeding stopped. And I hope that's not the case.
I hope it's not either.
But direct pressure, Bob, direct pressure.
It's grown sentience.
It's become self-aware.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's AssNet. Santa Connor, and it's just this big hemorrhoid at your door. I'm looking for Sarah Connor. Come with me if you want to live. They send back a normal anus without hemorrhoids, That's right. It's a hemorrhoid terminator. You mean it cures my hemorrhoids? No, you dumb cunt. It's after you. Hasta la vista, tacos. He's just shitting and it's just horrible. Sorry. Luis, I too will seek mental health care. So there you go. All right. Y'all got anything else?
No, I guess we're not going to hear back from Bob. I thought he might call back, but he hasn't called back yet. So
you can't rely on Bob.
Well, I know he's busy. He's busy.
He's a busy man.
That's it.
Well, are we gonna wrap it up?
I think we should wrap it up while we're ahead. We are notorious for long-winded podcasts, and we've had some suggestions that say, "Hey, keep it a little shorter."
Yeah, I know. But dude, the last 3 have been like 2 hours and 45 minutes.
I know. How long have we been on this one?
An hour and 50.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, it's
so
not
there
bad.
we go. We kept it right under 2. Fuck, we can talk crazy shit for the next 10 minutes if you want.
Yeah, let's talk crazy shit for the next 10 minutes.
Okay, so give me a soapbox. Give me something you're passionate about or something that's a conviction.
I'm going to give that to Taylor.
Please don't discuss politics, religion, or anything of any substance. Like, just keep stupid shit like I do.
Okay. So some stupid shit, because you've been on Twitch. You've seen this before.
Yeah.
But the Autonomous Sensory Meridian Response, ASMR.
Yes.
Do you know of it?
Yes, I do. We've all seen the videos. That satisfying sound, like the foam, them scooping the foam or things like that. Yes, I've seen that.
I didn't know what it was. Taylor had to tell me.
Yeah.
He said, I turned it on one day and said, see, watch this girl. And she had this like ear looking microphone. She was going,
she's just speaking in tongues.
And all that. And I looked at him and I go, dude, I don't get it. And he told me what it was. He said, see how she's got 230 people on there? I said, yeah. He goes, there's about 5 of them that are actually awake.
S's and regressive K's and which all your good cuss words have. Suck, fuck. Yep. We're regressive. So, and I believe that George Carlin even did a bit about that, but still, so I want to give credit and I want to steal somebody's material, but that ASMR, it's just like you'll see them like cutting the little lines in the bar of soap and then peel it off, and the little things come on. It's that satisfaction you get. It's a sensory satisfaction.
Yes.
Now, some of those sounds I don't find particularly satisfying, but like, have you ever seen florists foam that they, put flowers or fake flowers and shit in? Yeah. They use it, how it's got kind of that crinkly sound, to that crunchy, it's kind of satisfying to you. Does it set my brain a tingle like some of these ASMR people claim it does? No, it does not. It's also satisfying to pop, packing bubbles, and stuff, but it doesn't necessarily do anything for me. But like we're squeezing foam packing peanuts or something.
Now, didn't you say that you, Taylor, that you actually listen to some that actually help you sleep? Didn't you say that?
Yeah. So
which ones do you like?
Not everyone is prone to this autonomous sensory meridian response, but it's exactly what they're talking about. It's an explosion of sensation, like a brain massage, in the back of your head that travels down your spine. And whenever it happens to me, it lowers my heart rate.
You bet.
My eyes get droopy.
Really?
Yes, it's supposed to be super relaxing. It's a physiological response to something that calms, I think, signals coming from your amygdala, maybe that are fight or flight. Some things, and that's part of the brain that determines our fight or flight. So, to an extent here. So if we're giving it physiological clues, such as breathing exercises and everything, your prefrontal cortex cannot communicate with that, because your prefrontal cortex is a college professor with, suede patches, on his jacket, the ancient Phoenicians were the first to build ships in a bottle. But that amygdala is a caveman, and he doesn't understand what you're fucking saying, but he understands physiological clues. And the other parts of your brain understand things on such a level that is satisfying. For example, let's go back to maybe cavemen. If there was, you hear all these insects chirping, the cacophony of insects at night, all this sounds but yet it's satisfying. It feels good because it was security. Because when all the bugs stopped making noise, or the birds stopped calling, or other animals stopped their calling, it meant there was a predator or something moving in. So it's naturally became a soothing sound to hear these things. So I haven't found my particular sound, maybe fisting, something that really satisfies and sends tingles down, my brain. But
truly,
it's absolutely a thing. We've all known that certain things have a satisfying sound. So that's neat that you brought that up, because that's definitely a hot topic issue now. It's becoming more and more common. And some people call it psychobabble, but I disagree. I think
if it works for you.
We've discovered and been able to put a name and figure out why that sensation works. So I think that's really cool. Yeah.
Now, when you're listening, do you actually ever go to sleep?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. All right. Now, do you do it every night?
I try to.
Okay. Do you have a particular one that you watch on Twitch, or is it?
No, the more you watch it, the less effective it is. So you're constantly.
Oh, so you have to switch around. Okay.
And there's some weird ASMR out there.
You can go on Amazon and they have certain sleep videos. There's certain sounds and then low light. They even have black screen stuff for it, so it's not too bright. And I was listening to one that, this whole self-hypnosis on Amazon, Prime. And, it's got this little pattern and this tone in the background, but as a guy talking very softly. It's a expert supposedly in it, self-hypnosis. And he starts out talking and says, here's what you're going to do, and you're going to breathe this amount and stuff. And pretty soon you start drifting off to sleep. And he starts talking. There's like a gap, and he's saying things. And I kept waking up at the same time every time and thought, why am I waking up? And I finally rewound it enough. At the point he was telling you to visualize, to look at the screen in your mind, look at the screen. I was waking up and looking at my TV screen. It was freaky.
Oh, wow.
So
subliminal.
Yeah. I was like, fuck this guy. I think he also told me pee in the shower.
I just start peeing in the shower.
Rob a 7-Eleven.
Years ago, I went with Chambers when she was on some of her spiritual encounters looking.
Yes.
She went to these people that had a guru that they were following. And so I went with her, and they done this chant thing where they just went, going along with the CD player, right? Well, I'm sorry. I'm thinking it might have been such bullshit, whatever. Well, they kept doing it. And then next thing you know, my eyes open because I was just doing along with them. And dude, I never felt so relaxed, so calm.
Meditation.
And I asked them, I go, hey, how long were we doing that? Like, it was about 5 minutes. And dude, I swear to God, I was there for 30 seconds.
Yeah. See,
that was the trippiest thing I'd ever seen in my life.
So to think that auditory signals aren't as important and effective mentally affect us as much. Think about how something feels like really nice plush material or carpet. Think about how your senses when you're on E, how they just fucking explode. But like walking on fresh mown grass or something, or petting a soft animal, things like that. Those all feel good. Why would we think, and smells are important, aromatherapies, certain scents can take you back to a spot in your life you'd forgotten about.
I do that all the time.
Yes. Taste. Why would we think in our sight we see beauty in nature or in art or things like that? Come on. Why would we think that sound? I mean, we enjoy music. In fact, music is mathematical progression.
Yeah.
It is. Your brain follows it. And also they say, if you put more than 3 chords in a song, you start losing audience members and popularity and listeners, because classical music is advanced math, put it that way, versus most popular songs have about 3 chords in them, but still it's light listening. So why wouldn't sound and auditory signals when they're meditating, Om, Ra, or whatever, that's a big part of that. Mm-hmm. What about the sound we make for a puppy? What do you think that sound is? That's the sound they know from when they're a puppy suckling on their mother's teat. I love saying teat.
We all do.
I never thought of that.
That's that sound that they respond to. What do you think we make that smooch down instead of going, come here? And the puppies really respond to that. Also, babies respond to their mother's heartbeat. So from the very time we're in the womb, we have sound. We have the comfort of our mother's heartbeat in that rhythmic feel. Of course, there should be something that causes us to physiologically relax, lower our heart rate. It's a form of meditation.
A trick I would always do, because I've had a lot of practice with this with my 2-year-old nephew, 1-year-old nephew, less than 1-year-old niece. Anytime they were up late at night and I needed them to go to sleep, I would lay them on my chest.
Yes.
And in 5 minutes, they're out.
Especially if you hold their head real tightly, their face. No. So when my oldest would not sleep, I would try the car seat, driving her around. That would sometimes work. I had some big Jensen 3150 concert series speakers, and I would turn everything down as far as I could and the bass up as high as I go and play Metallica. Like, we're like One or something. That rhythmic beat. Have her car seat on top of the stereo. She could feel it. It would put her to sleep.
I'll be damned.
Every time.
That's a good idea.
And also, sometimes I would put her in her car seat on the dryer. because the dryer rhythmic, and the sound.
Yeah.
And if she was really having trouble, I'd put her in the goddamn dryer. So other than that, yeah. So sound is very important to us.
Yeah.
Sound is everything. Imagine, and so let's say you're born deaf, and we've all heard about the other senses becoming stronger or taking over the forefront because they're not having to compete with this other thing. So absolutely, you can see how that would happen.
Yeah.
And I think it goes back to ancient man comforting sounds, the sounds we know. And like you said, the crackle of fire, you know why? That crackling fire keeps predators at bay. The sound of birds chirping during the day when you're walking along, and when birds stop, they'll give an alarm signal. We can learn all that stuff. A doe with a fawn, she'll come along and stuff. And if she senses something bad or smells something, she'll start snorting and she'll start stamping the ground. She's sending out a signal. Something's wrong here. Everyone get the fuck out of here. I've had it happen. And,
that's interesting.
So yeah, sound is a huge part of our life. That's really a neat subject. And I'd really like to learn more about it. Like I said, I need to find my
I guess you just got to listen until you find one that works for you. Is that how that works?
Different.
Everyone's different.
I've heard some people, it's the smell of coffee. And other people, it's just like rain.
Yeah.
Something simple.
Thunderstorms. That's not an ASMR sound per se, I guess, but I find thunderstorms soothing, and I can go to sleep to that sound. They have the different ones, jungle night,
Yeah.
And which is fine until the howler monkeys start. That's not going to help you sleep, but I don't know if that's your ASMR, Brian.
Does that do anything? You feel
I don't know.
Trickle? No. Oh, there we go.
Oh, what?
He's out. Now we can fully molest him. Okay, now we've extended past the 10 minutes. We're now past 2 hours.
All right. Well, that is come to an end.
There it is.
Yep. Let's see. Where are we at on here?
Like I said, 3 hours from now, y'all still hear us talking. That one pot we did, that one bit, you think it was funny? Your friends were funny, Tay-Tay.
Well, hey, we hope oh boy gets to tell his dad about him being gay and everything goes good. We hope that. We hope the Chinese food got corrected out to the correct location.
I hope she finds her a quarantine buddy.
Yeah, exactly. Hope she finds her a quarantine buddy. And also, we would like to go ahead and where are we at? There we are. I want to thank everybody that joined us from D-Live, Facebook, Twitch, and YouTube tonight. And then also, I would like to say thank you very much to our special guest, Taylor.
And Brittany and her titties.
Yeah, Brittany and her titties. Taylor, did you enjoy hanging out with Brittany and her titties?
There you go.
Was it cool?
Oh, yeah.
Hey, you know what?
They look soft.
I bet you anything. I bet Bob wouldn't mind if he took her home. What do you think?
As long as he brought her back de-jizzed. I mean, but
I feel a curse coming up.
right?
Whoa, wait a minute. You all right? My dick hurts.
Where's my second poster? He knows it's gone.
He knows it's gone.
I mean, he put it up in the closet.
He's got it hidden.
I sense there's a disturbance in the force.
Well, I told him when something happens to that, when he can go to the safety deposit box and get the other one out.
Oh, shit.
Because you know that's what he's done. All right, well, folks, hey, thanks a lot again. Please join us next week. And also keep an eye on us on Facebook as we're fixing to start tearing into that a little more than normal.
Okay.
So, all right. And once again, Taylor, I really do appreciate you showing up.
Yeah, thank you very much. Got to come back again.
Yeah, you're going to have to come back again.
Only this
definitely.
time replace Brian because we'd like some good production work.
Yeah, no shit. I got to work on this. Something's wrong. All right, Jason.
I'm just fulfilling Bob's role by bitching at you.
Yeah, so. I know. Jason, see you later.
See you later, Brian.
All right, everybody. Out, Taylor.
We'll see you.
Thanks again, buddy.
Thanks again.
Y'all be good.
All right.
Thanks for stopping by for a drink. I hope you enjoyed hanging out. Next time, invite some friends. Like and subscribe so you won't miss out the next time we are at the bar.
What's up? That felt pretty good, right?
That was great.